Hello everyone, Fluffy here, back with another cooking mukbang. What I've decided to make for you today is an Indian dish that we just really liked at our favorite Indian restaurant, and unfortunately it has closed down and it is now yet another Mexican restaurant. Don't get me wrong, I'm half Mexican and I like Mexican food, but we have a bunch of those in town. And so it was really heartbreaking that the only Indian restaurant that we had closed down. It was family run, and according to their Facebook page, it just got to be a lot for the family. And I've looked up Indian dishes, and it's like a gazillion steps just to make one dish. So I don't blame them, but they were good. So anyway, what I have today is Chicken Tikka Masala. And when I say cook, I mean the term loosely. I will be using a ready-made sauce. If y'all watch T and Lee, and chances are if you're subscribed to me, you're subscribed to him, and he made an Indian dish recently that he did everything from scratch, and I commend the guy because I've seen the steps that it takes, and I'm surprised that that Indian restaurant didn't charge more for their dishes. And so I don't think there's any way that I could pull that off. So what I'll be using is, okay, you know how I tell y'all I hate, that just scared me. I have my hair right here because I just put it up in a ponytail. Put it down. I'll sweep it up later. And it fell right here. I thought it was a spider. Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, Tikka Masala. We got this at Aldi. It's called a simmer sauce, Journey to India. I guess that's the name of the company, Journey to India. It says gluten-free, so those of y'all that are watching your gluten. So we're going to be using that sauce because I'm sure there's 30 steps to making that sauce. So I'm going to be cooking. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. My daughter, since she's been home, hasn't seen this cooker because y'all know I've been sucking putting out videos, and I apologize. And so she hadn't seen it till today. She thought it was pretty nifty. I said, yeah, I like one little stove. Doesn't take much to amuse me. There it is. I'm starting to look for stuff again, y'all. Let's start with the olive oil. It might seem like a little extra, but I've got mushrooms, as you can see them. Mushrooms absorb a lot of stuff. I want to get a fry on. And for those of y'all who are just joining me for the first time, these little containers are really good. We've got like 4 of them. It's the silicone lid. It's pretty tight. Now I'm not sure if we tipped it over, if it would leak out, but it's, well, let's see. $1.99, $1.49, and it's under $2 for this at IKEA. We have 4 of them because we have that under the microwave, above the stove microwave thingy, and that little space we like to put some stuff on top of the back of the stove, and it's too short for the regular bottles, so we just used it in there for our 2 oils and soy sauce and sesame oil. The rice. All right, let's see. What am I going to do first? Let's start the chicken. This is just, y'all, I've got, I do that chopping thing at Walmart. Some of these are still frozen. Let's get that going. And I should have done salt, but I could salt afterwards. I'm not getting it. Some garlic powder. I would use fresh garlic, but this stove really cooks fast, and I like fresh garlic. I have garam masala, but I wasn't the one that cleaned up the spice rack, so didn't make it over. Oh well. because that's in here, garam masala, because I started reading some of the ingredients, you know, from like 10 feet away, because blind as bat. But, get it back, y'all. What was I saying? Anyway. Now this dish is going to be both for my daughter and I. So after I get it cooked, I'll put you on hold and we'll split it up and then I'll eat. But that will be in a blink of an eye when we get there. So I have an over jacket that I wear over my summer dress. I've got a real nice dress my daughter bought me for Easter last year, and I try to diffuse the light a little bit. I'm hoping it's working. So, but I have an idea, and I have to wait till payday to put it in place. I had those the lamps. Remember that floor lamp that I had at the old house? And so what I'll probably do is put it in front of me like I used to do at the old house, and then turn this light off, and then see if that'll help. So I'm thinking of different places that I could film. I could film outside, but it's like 205 degrees. It feels that way. So. But, so what have y'all been doing all week? Are y'all enjoying your weekend? I sure have. A little disappointed because usually when my daughter's in town, you know, when I first wake up, I'm very groggy. I'll tip over, and so I'm not really good with driving at the butt crack of dawn, but my daughter will drive. And so we'll go over to my mom's. Like Sundays, it's breakfast either at Cracker Barrel or IHOP. And then from there, we like to go around Target. And then, this is not a disco. I think I have one of those lights going out, so. And then we'll go to Aldi, and then we'll come home. And then on Tuesday mornings, we do breakfast at like McDonald's. And then we'll go to, it's called Our Ladies of Charity. It's like a resale shop. And then we'll go to Salvation Army. Well, I won't go in there. I boycott them, but they'll go in there and I'll wait for them in the car. That's kind of political, so we're not going into that. But anyway, but she'll usually drive, and so I'll, you know, when she'll come in the room and, Mama, are you going to go? Tuesday and today, I just could not go. I could not do it. Okay, I'm going to wait just a few minutes to let this water evaporate. These were partially frozen. What they were, and I guess I should have showed you one. Oh, that's what I was beginning to tell you. You know, I do that Walmart shopping, and I was going through, and I thought, well, instead of doing the fresh meat and me cutting it down, I mean, that would be the right thing to do. Get the family packs. It's cheaper. You know, break them down and put them in the freezer and take them out as I need them. Well, y'all know me. Things are difficult. Or make them difficult. And so that wasn't happening. And since I had thrown away that package, I told you, I can't remember, was it beef or was it pork or chicken I threw away? It was chicken tenderloins, I think, from Aldi. And after that, I thought, well, you know, realistically, that's not going to work for me. So I started getting the frozen, individually quick frozen chicken. And I had gotten the chicken thighs bone in, because thighs are my favorite. You know, I'm not real crazy about breasts, although my daughter can do miracles with breasts. And so I found these boneless, skinless chicken thigh tenderloins. And they take the thigh and they cut them into strips like a tenderloin, like you would find with breasts. So that's what this is, cut up. But they were partially frozen because my daughter came back from Aldi and she went to take a nap. And I really hadn't told her I was going to film. I told her I was going to try real hard to film. And I had only gotten one of these jars, and I thought that's not going to be enough sauce. So I told her, pick up a second one. Better to have more sauce than not enough sauce. So she picked up a second one. So then I got up and I got to hustle now because I've got to at least try to get this uploading by 3 o'clock. It is now 2:13 Texas time, in hopes that it will be up before midnight, because that's what I did on my anniversary. I think I stopped filming at 3:30 or something and started uploading right away. Anyway, these are partially frozen, so there's a lot of liquid in here. The pan's up pretty high, so hopefully some of this will be evaporated. Because I don't want to steam the veggies, I want to fry them. That might not happen. May have to pour some of this out. Yeah, because the chicken's already getting good. I don't know how to do that, so. Well, that'll. Alright, let's just go ahead with the veggies. What I have here, white onion, cremini mushrooms, and green bell pepper. Now I'm not sure, I think the Tikka Masala, it shows pepper in here. It's about the only thing it suggests that you add. But I want to bulk it up a little bit. You know, I like onion, I like bell peppers. Me and my daughter love these cremini mushrooms. I only got the fresh creminis. I love cremini mushrooms, y'all. I'm not a vegetarian by any stretch of the imagination, you know. But cremini mushrooms, seriously, the way they taste, you could substitute, of course, a cremini mushroom, or they call them baby portobellas. It's just that. The giant portobello mushrooms, they pick them before they get that big. That's basically what they are, but they do have a different taste. I don't feel like they have a rubbery taste. Fluffy, leave it alone. Let them cook. Okay, a little more. I have a little bit of garlic. Little man's right here. Boo-boo. This ain't even done. It's not even done. My daughter's home, so we're doing the tack of the shoes. Just in this general area right here are 2 pair of shoes. She cannot just put the shoes up. I mean, we're messy Mabels. We really are, but come on now. Put your shoes away. If that's the worst thing that I have to worry about living with my kid, then I think I'm doing pretty dang good, don't you think? Y'all, did you see T and Lee's recent seafood cooking? Oh my God. I'll tell you, the one thing he had that I really, really wanted to try was the uni. Yes, I really wanted to try that uni, which is the sea urchin. I couldn't do that like he did it. I just really couldn't. I'd be afraid I'd mess it up, you know, or like take the wrong part out. But it looks so good. And I really liked his laid back when he's at the laptop downstairs. Because I think where he films is upstairs, I think in one of the bedrooms maybe, because he was talking about he left it downstairs, whatever utensil or something he was looking for. Okay, y'all. Before the sauce, I'm going to get a little clip. There's going to be a lot of little clips because I really want to. All right, now Oh. Mix this in. I'll show you close up. I don't know, y'all. You think one's enough? I think with that water, just let it simmer a minute. Let's see. I think that's enough, huh? Save the second one. Oh, y'all. Oh, you can smell that. Oh, that Indian flavor that you just love. Okay, it says it's a simmer sauce, so I'm going to turn down the heat. I'm going to let it simmer, and then, like I said, it's lunch for my daughter and I, so we're going to get all situated. The rice is done, so once I get our dinner split up, then I'll bring you back, okay? So I will see you back in just this long. Okay, I'm back. It's been just an instant for y'all, but we got ourselves situated. Fail number one, I guess the only fail in the video, we had gotten some naan bread. Like I said, we go to Aldi every Sunday, and she went today, and we went last week. And the naan bread that we had from Aldi went moldy. She was kind of scared to make it, so and I took a look at it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm adventurous, but not that adventurous. So There'll be no naan bread to go with this, which is traditional with an Indian dish, so I apologize for that. Especially, I can't remember if I mentioned there being naan bread in the beginning, so I apologize for that. So I've got my trusty thingy, and we got hint water. My daughter loves this. I think she said she first drank it when she went to another state, and they sold it like crazy, and it took her forever, and now Aldi's has these by the 12 pack, so don't tell her I took her watermelon one. That's her favorite one. So there's a mix, and then I've got blackberry here sitting on the sidelines, and so by now I think I went ahead and put the clip of the bowl close up, already ready to go for you, so that you can see it. Doesn't it look divine? And the one jar was enough, y'all. It yielded a lot. It yielded really a lot. So we only used the one jar, so now we have the second jar for another day. So I bought two. My daughter gave me the metal spoon, and I thought, well, that clanking some people don't like. Let me clank it for those of you that do like it. Okay. And then I've got my trusty wooden spoon. So let's dig in, y'all. Oh my God, that is so good. Oh man, and what we have is jasmine rice. I mean, that's also Indian, but usually when they serve it to you in the restaurants, you get basmati rice, but we couldn't find any. And once again, Tian, props to you for making it from scratch. So the jasmine rice is tasting really good with this too. So, appreciate y'all liking my crab boil for my anniversary. It seemed really well received, and I'm glad. It was a lot of fun making it, making the video. My daughter cooked the thing, and she had a lot of fun. Poor thing was sweating. She had cut her finger, and she had posted a picture on her Facebook page, and of course family was jelly. Where's my invite? Where's my, okay, we had my money for 2 people. So, but it was really good, and the next day we split it. What was left over, we split it for lunch, so it did not go to waste. So my daughter did get another assignment, but this time she'll only be out of town 25-30 days, I think she said. It's to a town that, I mean, to a state that she's been before, but she doesn't think it's the same town, so. She'll have fun. She's gonna see if she can take Molly Tamale with her. Molly Tamale's been stuck on her like glue, y'all. And then when my daughter's busy doing something and not giving Molly attention, she'll come over to me. But the whole time she's staring at her mama. She'll look up at me and like, oh my, you're not the same. And I'm not offended. Look at this lipstick here. I really had fun wearing that purple, y'all. And it was real frustrating that it came off so soon in the video because I had tried I have black. I don't know when I'll wear that. I have black and then I have purple because I've always wanted the darker shades like that. You know, I think I'm a closet goth, although I don't like the white pasty makeup, you know, but I like the kind of dark eyes, bold lips, part of the goth. And so, but the 2 times I had tried it before, y'all, it was going to take a chisel to get it off. My daughter had to buy special, they look like wet wipes, but they're for makeup, for us to get it halfway off. And I still had a little bit left for the next morning. So I'm like, my gosh, what made it come off? I was like, really? It's coming off now? And it felt a little vain, although I did consider it, but I thought, no, that's too vain. I'm pausing the video, throwing the lipstick back on, and continuing. Would that have been okay had I done that? Y'all let me know. Let's see if I can. Wow, I can't express how good this is. We tried another one. I think it was also Tikka Masala from the HEB in their international section. They had like 3 or 4 different Indian sauces. Almost positive it was the Tikka Masala, but whatever it was real good too. Real good too. And what I cooked was the perfect amount for Shein. Perfect amount. I like that it said gluten-free, you know? It's really not, we're really not supposed to, says red pepper. It's got a little bit of a bite, but even if some of y'all are sissy lalas when it comes to spices, I know that like Superfly, I don't think you're a sissy lala because you do eat spicy, but you don't like too spicy. This stuff is not spicy. I mean, you know, it puts the heat on your tongue, but I would not consider it spicy. So it's good. And y'all, I'm glad I didn't salt the chicken while it was cooking, because, you know, like most jarred stuff, this had a lot of salt in it. 70 calories per serving. That isn't bad. And serving size is a 1/4 cup, and there's supposed to be 8 servings in here. I don't even think so. 2 seconds. You know, for those of y'all who could get 8 servings out of here, it's only 70 calories. Y'all, I haven't filmed since I asked for prayers. Rachel Erickson, I know your family was probably busy worrying about you, but I didn't get word on how you're doing. I didn't get an email, or I didn't see any comments from your family. Which is fine, they're not obligated to. I'm just mentioning it because I want to know how you are. If any of y'all have seen her comment on other people's videos since my anniversary video, I mean, she's doing pretty good, well enough to comment. So, Rachel, if you'll let me know how you're doing, or somebody else let me know if you've seen her comment. I'm sure she's okay, but, you know, until you hear from someone or hear from somebody that heard from her. She's one that's been with me through quite a bit of this YouTube journey. Gave her my daughter a week vacation. Sometimes they'll do that. They'll let her off for a week when she's been gone for like the 2 months that she was gone. Short trips, they sometimes don't. Yeah, okay. I have this for my mouth, but it's so pretty. I don't want to. Well, there went the lid to the olive oil. I half-ass put it back on, and now it's on the floor, so. Those hit waters are pretty good. Pretty good. She's in the office. She's working on her story. I had her on some pretty grueling hours. She was going to work on that book that she wants to submit to Amazon. And have to have kind of a free mind when she works on it. She hadn't been able to, so I was feeling bad because she says, well, I'll just go in the office. And I'm like, well, I can angle the camera. Like right now, you can't see the recliner where she normally sits, and she could watch TV with the headphones. But she goes, no, I'm going to work on my story. I was like, oh, okay. So. The closest Indian restaurant to us now is like an hour and a half away. You know, and I complain like that, but we've driven to San Antonio, which is 3.5 hours away, just to have lunch. Man, that naan bread would have been really good on here. Sop up some of this gravy. I'm very disappointed. I'm sure I'll live. I am sure I will live. We should have put it in the freezer. That's what we should have done. But I really thought that I would be filming before today. My gut's been messed up. And I think it was the 2 beers. I started feeling real bad after that. And I've just felt really bloaty. You know, like my hernia wanted to come out any minute. So, last night, I told my daughter, I know what I haven't had in a while, and you know, it pretty regulates me pretty good. Is the kimchi, and I had some real sour one in the fridge, so I made me some budae, which is what, kimchi soup with spam and stuff. So I made some of that instead of having rice. I used a pack of ramen, just the noodles, and threw it in there. Gut's feeling pretty good today, so I apologize for being gone again. Now that the gut's feeling better, I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow. My daughter goes back to work tomorrow morning, so sometime during the day I will go live. You know, fire up your coffee pots, call in sick. So we can have a chat. Because you know I am number one in your life. Not. Have y'all had that hint water? Because it's just like the name says. It's just a hint of whatever flavor it says. You know, it's just a hint of it. Except for the blackberry. It's got the strongest flavor of whatever it says it is. Like blackberry has a very strong blackberry taste. The watermelon, just a hint of watermelon. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. It's just so good. It's just so good. How many of y'all like Indian food? Let me know. It's like when you eat it, you taste just the complexities of all the spices they put in there. Like for Mexican food, most of the time when you eat a Mexican dish, a really good Mexican dish, the first thing that's going to hit your tongue is the camino, the cumin. Well, Mexicans call it camino. You're going to taste that. You need camino in a Mexican dish. Well, in most. With this Indian dish, it's like it's hitting on all cylinders. You taste this, the garlic, you taste the ginger, you taste the tikka masala, you know, flavor. You just taste a lot of different ones, flavors. Very complex. I like it. Well, remember I told you what I was going to do with the wet dog food? Put it in that container? It's been working. The dogs have realized what's in there, because as soon as we go for it, little man is like wagging his tail already, getting himself ready. But big dog has left it alone. So so far, it's a success. But I told my daughter, I said, we're gonna make sure we click it because smart Alec will learn how to use her nose and get in there. They must be at my daughter's feet. The big dog is lying on the floor on the concrete part. But I don't see the little dogs. You notice the avocado tree's missing. My daughter thinks it's gone. I think it's still got some life left. So she drug it outside. It's on the back porch, and she watered it real good. It's been raining, and there's going to be sunshine on it, so we'll see. There's a little more to go, y'all. I'm full. This is a lot. Do y'all know what paneer is? Paneer cheese? I looked up how to make it. I even wrote the recipe down. But it's Indian cheese. So if you see a dish that says something something paneer, P-A-N-E-E-R, then it's got the chunks of cheese in it. And they usually put them in little cubes, like almost like small sugar cubes that they used to be real popular. You know, 2 lumps of sugar. And it's really good. Oh my God, it's got the consistency of cooked for extra firm tofu to me. It's almost like I just took cottage cheese and smushed it into a square. It is so good. You can't get that anywhere. I told my daughter, I wonder if we could look that up on Amazon. Because while I don't think tikka masala is supposed to have the paneer cheese in it, it would have been nice to have it in there. Look, y'all. See my lines? Really prominent today because I didn't get up to like 1. I didn't even share with y'all. Shame on me. Okay, that's it. If I could fit my head in here, I'd lick it. Daughter, have you finished yours? I'll take the rest of yours. She'd be like, no, Mom. Touch mine, y'all back it up. All right, so once again, I'm going to try to go live tomorrow, just Monday, about 1 or 2 o'clock Texas time, so-ish. So y'all keep your bell on, double check your bell, because YouTube has been known to take the bell off people and different things like that. Tian Lin, he didn't ask me to ask people. I gave him what knowledge I had. We were talking about copywriting and stuff. When you make a YouTube video, you have to be real careful about background music because they can get you for copyright infringement. Because the legalities of things and the terms of service for YouTube are a little different. Like under the fair use law, like I could take, let's say, a short clip of Martin Nicky's video, something that I liked, and I'd be like, hey y'all, did you see when Martin did this? And then I put it up there. Under fair use law, which is federal law, I could do that and still monetize. Okay, it's called fair use. That's why on some of the videos where people are ragging on other people, that fair use disclosure will come up. The problem is that that violates YouTube's terms of service. If you, it's going to get boring. Anyway, you can't monetize anything that you don't have permission to use. So if I did it and I didn't, and I monetized and I had to clip a Martin Nicky, and if I didn't have his thingy up, and I didn't have his permission, they could take down my video because I monetized it. So with music, I think he asked about could he run the TV in the background and not get zapped. I don't think the TV is going to be a problem as long as it's not like a music channel. But you have to watch out. And I know there's a way around it. That's basically the question I'm asking. There's a way around that. Like, some people get permission from band members. Ben Dean, I think you've done that before, if I'm not mistaken, very early on. That if you put it in the description, permission or whatever, and provide a link to the song and the artist, I think they won't zap you. But I'm not sure, because when I've tried it a couple of times, before I even had a chance to put credit in the description, it wouldn't let me monetize. So if any of y'all know a little bit more, if you could inbox Tian Lee, T-H-E-I-N space L-E, and let him know, because he was asking about that. Told him what I know, but I didn't know if that was helpful. Because I think I circled the airport like I did just now. I'm always doing that, long-winded. Long-winded. My family's always saying, Fluffy, land that plane. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. I hope that wasn't too boring. You know my cooking dishes are going to be quick and easy to throw together. Because that's just how I roll. You know, I can't do like elaborate anymore. You know, and even my daughter helped me. You know, she made the rice for me. She was going to get the naan bread together, and I'm looking at it going, maybe I could have done strips around it. It's like, no, Fluffy, let it go. As I wanted the naan bread, because the naan bread at the restaurant was like awesome, and we've had packaged naan bread, and it's pretty good. It's not like homemade like you would get at the restaurant, but it's pretty dang close. So don't be afraid to try the naan bread, y'all. It's almost like pita bread. It feels like pita bread. I'm sure you could make a pocket out of it, but it has a different taste than pita, but not so strong, because a lot of people are afraid like to try this Indian dish. It's tomato based. You know, read the ingredients to make sure there's no spice in there that you're allergic to, but it's mild enough that, kind of like Korean food, most Korean people will eat the mandu, you know, the dumplings, or they'll get the beef bulgogi, because most beef bulgogi is just the beef, marinated beef, and it tastes like it's been grilled. So people try the safe foods. Like, you know, I've yet to have pad thai, but that's like a staple, you know, dish. So this tikka masala would be something for y'all to try if you've never had Indian food, like Indian food, and you really want to taste the cuisine. This is a safe dish. It's tomato based. It's got a lot of different seasoning in there, but nothing that would, you know, make you go, ugh, you know, like star anise or things like that. Clove is very strong. You know, you might not want to try, but I personally don't think there's one spice that jumps out at you that would turn you off. So give it a try. This way, it's the cheapest way to go, so you're not buying all those spices where you make, like, you know, it's 30 steps. Seriously, look up Indian food, any of them. There's, you know. Anyway, give it a try. Tikka masala. Most places are going to kind of sell it now. And we got this at Aldi. So it's the same. And you saw how easy it was. Fry the stuff up, whatever veggies you want to put in there. Dump it in there and let it simmer a while, so that the flavor gets in the meat. And there you have it. So if you try it, let me know. Jasmine rice is what we had it with. It tastes really good. They usually use basmati. I think you can get already flavored basmati rice, but we couldn't find it. But then we didn't go to H-E-B. I think they have it. So, Shiva! Do that in my video? Really? Anyway, I've talked enough after exactly 30 minutes. So, God bless everyone. Positive vibes out to each and every one of you. Remember to always be kind. So sorry it took me long to get back on. I will go live tomorrow about, I'm going to say between 2 and 3 Texas time. So hope you can join me. Make sure your bells are on. Forgive me if I don't get on. It would take something pretty serious for me not to be on. So anyway, y'all take care, and I will talk to you real soon. Bye, y'all.